What's up, everybody? Spiffy Thomas here to give you the TLDR of Super Metroid Map Rando Archipelago Multi-World Setup Guide. First things first, go to the Archipelago GitHub, download this sucker. That is the installation for your local machine. Install it. After that, you go and find your custom world AP world. That is a .ap world file. Put it in the custom folder via two ways. One is using the Archipelago launcher and using the AP world install, or you just drag and drop the file into the custom worlds under Archipelago as you see up here. The next thing you do is to create a YAML file. Now those look like they are .yaml files. Make sure you don't save it as a text file or it will not work. You take that YAML file, you ship it on up to your host. Your host will then generate a seed for you and you will be given a AP and AP SMMR Archipelago Super Metroid Map Rando file like this. Take that file, drag it onto your SNI client, wait for that to boot up, and then your host will also start a server on Archipelago's website. Now, from this point on, you'll have to find your own ways to connect to the SNI client. Archipelago already has several guides on how to do this already on their website, as you can see here. Just use a Super Metroid setup guide. It's all very similar. All the resources you need are here. Once your server port is put into right here, you hit connect, and then you go ahead and connect your emulator or your hardware, your FX Pack Pro, using USB to SNES, whatever way you usually do. And once you do, you'll say your name or your player, whatever it says on the YAML, Team 1 is already playing and is ready to rock and roll. And from then on, you're good to go. But for those of you who have no idea what just happened, stick around and you'll get the in-depth guide on how to set this up in just a second. What's up, everybody? My name is Spiffy Thomas, and I'm here to show you how to hook up the Super Metroid Map Rando for Archipelago Multi-World. So as you can see over here, I've already pulled up the Archipelago repository for the local installation for your local machine. Now, you might have seen this website before and you know how to use this Archipelago. Typically, you use their online website to generate the seeds for you and your friend to play Multiworld. However, for software and for games that are still in beta, quote unquote, as Super Metroid Map Rando is, you're gonna need the local installation here. So we are currently using 6.3. It is the latest full release. On my old video, we were using 0.5.0, and that's deprecated now. So go ahead and go to the Archipelago GitHub. Links in the description below, and go ahead and get the correct installation download for your target machine. I'm using Windows, so I'm not on the Linux. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the 0.6.3 archipelago setup.exe. Now make sure you know where to download this. As you can see, I've already downloaded it somewhere here. So I'm gonna go ahead, you just click save. I'm gonna go ahead and click cancel, and then open up my downloads. Once you get to your downloads page, find where you have the download and just double click it. It is an executable. You might have to do some stuff such as allowing this to go through. Go ahead and accept the terms and agreements and go ahead and choose all the options you need to do. Now you click install and you just wait for a little while. I assume mine's gonna tell me I already have it installed. So that's just gonna bounce back and say you already have this done. Wait a little bit for this to finish up. Now that you have Archipelago installed, and hopefully you remember exactly where you installed it, because you're going to have to find the folder where you had originally installed it. We are going to need to acquire the Super Metroid Map Rando.ap world file, links in the description below, that allows you to play Super Metroid Map Rando in Archipelago's multi-world environment. There are two ways to do it. We can either do it with the launcher, or we can do it by dragging and dropping the correct file into the correct directory. I'll show you the first way right now. So we'll go ahead and launch the launcher, which is the first way. And you'll see their typical UI pop up here in just a second. Here, and under the third category where it says Install AP World, you're gonna go ahead and click Open on that. Figure out exactly where your AP World file is. And again, links to this in the description below. You're going to go ahead and double click it. It's going to take just a little bit, but it's going to essentially copy that file, move it into the correct folder, and then now you are able to play Super Metroid Map Rando using Archipelago. As it says here, it's complete. We can go ahead and exit out of this, but I'll minimize it for now. We're going to use it again later. The other way to do this, if you find the file in your downloads folder, wherever it is, you can also just find your directory, go to custom worlds, and you can see here, the Archipelago launcher has already moved the file. Let's say it wasn't there though. You can literally just cut it or copy it, whatever you want to do, and just paste it right in this folder, and you're also good to go. The next step you need to do is to create a YAML file for your host to generate a multi-world seed. Okay, that sounds complicated, but let me break it down for you, okay? The YAML file is essentially just the settings that you want to play your Map Rando seed on. And Archipelago already has these pre-made. Once you have installed your .ap world that we did in the previous step, you now need to generate a template for it. So we go into our launcher here, type in generate. You're gonna regular generate. We won't use that yet, but we will use the generate templates option. Go ahead and click open on that while it runs. It's going to open up a directory that has all the templates for every game available for Archipelago. Now, as you see here, because we have our .ap world in our custom worlds folder, it also created a Super Metroid Map Rando template. And from here, you're gonna go ahead and edit the file to make it yours. All right, a couple of options in here that are extremely important are gonna be one, your name up here. By default, it'll have player and a number, and depending how many people use this template, default name, you'll be a different number. So you can go ahead and just change it yourself. For me, it'll be Spiffy. Down here, we have your progression balancing. Most of these will have notes by them. The main things are gonna be choosing your difficulty, which is, you know, basic, medium, hard, very hard, expert, extreme, insane, or even beyond. All of those are available. And then also choosing something new that Lord Lou has put into Archipelago and worked on in recent months is the item progression. Now that controls exactly the logic of the items and how much it basically gates you from exploring the entire world. All these options are going to be here for you. Just go ahead and take your time, look through these, change it as you want. And this is the file that you save and send to your host. With that out of the way, it is now time for your host to generate the seeds, send back the files to each player, and I'll show you an example right here. Now you, as a player, are looking for this file here, AP underscore the seed number, player, or whatever number player you are, according to Archipelago, is unimportant. But here you will also see your player name as specified in the YAML file you send to your host. .apsmmr, Archipelago Super Metroid Map Rando. That's what you're looking for. From this point on, it's all up to you to try and get connected to the server. So in your Archipelago folder, you're going to scroll down and you'll see something called Archipelago SNI client. You can either open this up yourself, find the file that you just outputted here that your host gave you, or a better way to do it is to actually grab this file and drag it onto SNI client. Now hold on, before you do that, an even better way is to find your folder and create a shortcut. Create shortcut here. And it's going to be the exact same thing as dragging onto there, except you can move this file elsewhere. I've already done so. So you take this file here and you drag this to the SNI client, or aka launch the SNI client using this file as a property to generate the same file name, but .sfc, which is your ROM. From this point on, Archipelago already has a very in-depth written guide how to use the emulators or to connect your software to the SNI client you see before you here to go ahead and get connected. Once your host has given you a port number, you just go ahead and hit connect. Use your whatever method you usually do to connect. In my case, I use Lua scripts and 1.6.0 SNES 9X. And once you are connected, you will see the message here that you are connected. Spiffy Team 1 is connected and playing. And that's it. With all of that said and done, you should be connected, ready to play with your friend. If not, leave a comment below. Tell me what your problem is, and hopefully I'll get to you as soon as I can. But for those who are just wanting to play it, thank you very much for watching this video. But for those who are wanting to host your own multi-world, stick around. I'm going to show you how to do that, as well as give you a couple of tips and tricks to make this a little bit smoother. So if you are interested in hosting a game, you still need to install the local installation from Archipelago. Grab one of these and download it, preferably the latest full release. Once you get into your file, you need to go ahead and grab all the YAMLs from everybody, and you will put it in what is called the players folder. So in your main Archipelago directory here, let me go ahead and move this up. You go to your players setting here, your players folder, and all the YAMLs go in here. As you can see, they're YAML files, and you can have as many of them as you want depending on how many players you have. One YAML file for every player in your multi-world seed. All of them have to go into this file. Don't worry about folders. And also don't add any other kinds of files. No text files, no video files, nothing else except for folders and YAML files. Otherwise, the generator will go ahead and break. So once you have all your YAML files in the players directory, you go up one level and then you find the Archipelago generate. Here's a tip for you. Go ahead and make a shortcut. Create shortcut. Go on down, grab that shortcut, copy it, and go to the output folder. And just go ahead and paste this Archipelago generate shortcut here. I've already renamed mine to simply generate. Why? Because the output folder is where the files output after they have successfully generated. If they fail to generate, they do not output anything. But if they successfully generate, like so, you'll see a console, it'll do its magic, and then it'll spit out a file. As you can see here, it'll just shoot out an extra zipped compressed file. Whether you use zip or 7-zip or whatever you need to do, go ahead and unzip it here, extract here, or wherever you need to put this. You can put this anywhere you want, but this is where the files land. After this, you get one file for every player you get, plus a spoiler and a server. I don't use the server one much. I typically don't look at the spoiler either unless I really have to, but the other two you need to keep for sure. Keep your own file, of course, like normal, to play yourself. Drag it on the SNI client. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll just go ahead and get connected ourselves. But as the host, you are also responsible for starting the server. On the main archipelago.gg website, you click start playing like normal. However, instead of generating a randomized game, you host a pre-generated game, which is exactly what you did. You pre-generated this game on your local machine. So now you find that output folder, and now you send in the compressed folder, not the APSMR file, nothing else. The compressed folder, the thing that was outputted. This has all the information it needs to start the server up. When you get to this page, create the room, and then this is where you find the port number. It is these 5 numbers right here. These 5 numbers are the port number. It is very important. The port number is very important. Let me reiterate. The port number is the port number that every player needs to connect to the correct server. It's very important. Go ahead and copy that. We've already launched our S9 client. You paste it at the top. Make sure the rest of it's the same. Just change the final 5 numbers. Go ahead and connect your game as you typically do, whatever fashion that is for you. FX Pack Pro as SD, or with USB to SNES, whatever you need to do. And then you will connect as per usual. Now, as the host, you are allowed some specific commands. I don't know what they are at the top of my head, but you can see the server page. You can also share this if you want the others to also look at this, because it does include a tracker, and to re-download the patch file if you need to. Okay, a lot of things you can do with this page, but that's essentially it. Make sure everybody's connected, have the same port number, and once everybody's connected, you're good to go. Feel free to play whenever you want. As a tip though, You can play without everybody connected. Let's say you have a single person who's not quite ready and everybody else is, you don't want them to wait. They can go ahead and play. They won't miss any items. Specifically for map Rando, I can just tell you firsthand experience. You can have 18 players playing and then the 19th person hasn't connected yet. That's okay. When they connect, all the items that were eventually, collected for them in other players' world will be sent to them, and then, you know, as they collect items, they'll be sent out. So this is usable as an async kind of method. So yeah, but that's it, folks. That's how you host a game. That's how you get up and started. Thank you very much for watching. Again, any problems, comment them down below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And I'm Spiffy Thomas. Thanks for watching. Peace.